Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is part two of my wine with grapes oil painting. And yesterday I did the underlayer wash and I sort of laid out the detail, or not the detail, but the layout of where the glass is going to be, the grapes. There's going to be some leaves over here. There's going to be a table down here. This is just a wash layer. I just used a lot of paint thinner, which is a little bit of paint, and applied the first layer. And now what I'm going to be doing is working on the drawing and just kind of bringing the painting along a little bit just by detailing the drawing a little bit further. So just looking at my reference photo off on the side here, I know there's a brick wall behind this glass. So I'm going to put these lines here where the wall is, just to sort of denote that. You know, I'll put the horizontal lines in first and the vertical, just to get a feel of some bricks back here behind the glass. Goes up, goes down, and then you have some vertical lines. There's one right there, and there's one over here. Over here, there's one over here. Just to get the feel of some of these lines in here. Coming down there, a little bit darker on the top. So that just gives us a feel of some bricks behind the glass. Now the glass itself, you're going to have the top, and I'm going to just make sort of like a elliptical shape, if that's the correct word. It's going to start on that side, end on that side, make an elliptical shape. I don't want to make it too wide. Like that. So it gives us the opening of the glass. I'm using a black colored pencil. Now I made it a little bit too thick, so I'm just going to make it a little bit thinner here. Like that. And then you have the wine inside the glass, and I want to draw where it stops. It's going to go up to about here, I'd say. I'm basically making the same shape as I made the top of the glass. This elliptical shape here comes around like that. So that's where the wine is inside the glass. Trying to keep my hand out of the way as much as possible. Then you have the bottom of the glass. You have we have the shape of it where it goes down here. So I'm just gonna prove that a little bit. Straight down there. There. So that's the bottom of the glass. And then you have sort of like a shape there, a shape in there. All right, so that's sort of just laying out the shape of the glass. I want to put the right side in here. I'm going to start at the right side of this elliptical shape, go straight down to there. On the left side, excuse my hand for a second. Straight down to there. You have the sides of the glass. And as I paint it, I'll define the shapes a little bit better. Right up here, I have this a little bit too thick, so I'm just going to make that a little bit thinner there. All right, it's a little bit better there. Now we have the shapes of the leaves in the background. So that'll be the next step. And then let me just kind of sharpen my pencil a little bit more. come over here. I'll sort of shape this leaf that's over here a little bit better in the background. It sort of comes that way, and up, comes around. Put that down so it stays in place for me. So there's a leaf there, then there's a leaf that comes up that way. So it goes off the canvas and comes down. Comes there, there's a leaf there. This leaf's going to be a little bit lighter color than that leaf. Then there's some leaves that go underneath the grapes. It kind of comes out on the table here and it comes up. So the leaves sort of wrap around the grapes here. Then over here there's a leaf that's sort of come in this direction. Like that. A couple leaves over there. Alright, so those are our leaves. Then you'll be able to see a couple leaves through the grapes. Like through there. So we're kind of defining our drawing. So now the next step would be to draw the grapes, just basically. I'll start here at the base of this glass. There'll be a shape of a grape right there. Just making sort of circle patterns wherever the grapes are. It's alright if they overlap. Now, as I paint it, then I'll define the shapes better and the overlapping. There's one there. Just kind of real free with it. You don't have to be too defined at this stage. Make it a little bit bigger. I may have a little bit too small there. There's one there. There's a tendency to make them a little too small. There's one there, and one sort of hiding down there a little bit more. Those are the grapes on this side. There's a couple over here, a little bit in the shadow more. There's a couple of stems. Like that. Like that. So some grapes over on this side, and there's another bunch of grapes over here. There's one there. There's one there. I'm kind of leaving them a little bit separate from this bunch, just to make them look like they're a little bit apart from each other. Like that. Just making circular strokes, circular shapes. Sorry, I'm not a great speaker. I'm a better artist than I am speaker. Just do the best I can. Just a couple small ones over here. A couple larger ones that are in shadow down here. Then these grapes sort of overlap this way. One there, put one over here, one over there, and they come down onto the table more. There's a lot of darkness over here. You can sort of see part of the table over here. So I'm going to define the table a bit better. There we go. That's the drawing of grapes with red wine, white wine with grapes. Sort of darkening some of these lines in the background. So I hope you enjoyed that. This is part 2 of red wine with grapes. Next time we'll start underpainting the background, some of the grapes, and continue on. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.